class 5. This is the continuation part of your previous video, and in previous video we were discussing about the poem The Owl, written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. So what we have learned in the previous video, we have learned that the poet is at the first we can see that it is the time of the dawn. When the dawn means is the first hour of the day. When the sun rises, that time is called the dawn. It is the time of early morning, and a cat is returning back to its own home, and there was complete silence in the surroundings, and only the dewdrops could be seen upon the ground, and there was a stream, but the stream was far away from the place. So the poet saying that there as the stream was far away from the place, so no one could able to hear any sound of the water. Only the sound of the windmill they could able to hear, and they only also could able to hear the sound of the windmill, and that was the only sound they could hear, because it was the total silent. It was the time of silence, and it was the time of morning. No one was there, and only an owl was sitting upon the belfry. So what is the meaning of belfry? You know that the church tower where the bell is hung. So there was a white colored owl, and the owl was sitting upon it, and the owl was also looking everywhere by using its own 5 weights. 5 weights means that means 5 senses. The owl was using its 5 senses, and it was just what to say, that it was just that understanding all the surroundings and everything. Okay, so now we are going to start with the another part of this poem. So please take out the book and turn to page number 149. There we will start with the poem The Owl. That means the second part we will start. When merry milkmaids click the latch, and rarely smells the new mown hay, and the cock hath sung beneath the thatch, twice or thrice his round lay. Twice or thrice his round lay. Alone and warming his 5 wits, the white owl in the belfry sits. So when merry milkmaids click the latch, as I have told you that it is the time of morning. So as the cat returning back to its own home, we get the dewdrops, and there was complete silence everywhere. So we can understand that this is the picture of the morning. So you know that in the morning time we generally the milkmaids means the lady who brings milk to the houses. They are called milkmaids. So a milkmaid who was very happy, she came and she just opened the latch. Latch means here, it is actually the meaning here, it is also written, I am telling it, bolt of the door. It's bolt of the door means when we are just closing the door, that time we are knocking with the help of that locking mechanism. So that is called the latch. So the merry milkmaid has come, and she opened the latch, and rarely smells the new mown hay. Rarely smells, that means they don't have the time to get the smell, beautiful smell of the new mown hay. Hay means, you know, and it is straw, hay, and this is the meaning of straw. And new mown means, it's also written that freshly cut straws. There was also they get that new mown hay, but they did not have the time to get the beautiful smell of the new mown, freshly cut straw hath sung beneath the thatch. That means Here you can see the cock hat. Hat means it's an old English, and the meaning of this word is has. Hat means has. So, and the cock has, if I say has, sung beneath. Beneath means under the thatch. Thatch means, what is the meaning of thatch? Thatch means it's what to say, that roof covering made of dried out straw. That is the meaning of thatch. So we can say that, and the cock had sung beneath the thatch. That means the cock has started the singing, and where it was sitting just under the thatch. Under the thatch means under the roof. Okay. Twice or thrice his round lay, twice or thrice his round lay. That means here also we can see that 2 times the poet has written these lines. So what does it mean? It means that it is the repetition of that means repetition here. That means it's suggesting that continuation of the life. Okay. We can see the against what we see that here the 2 lines is symbolizing that repetition, and it is the repetition means that the continuous movement of the life against the still owl. Okay. So here we can see that twice or thrice is roundly. So roundly means here, what is the meaning of roundly? Means song or phrase which is repeated several times. Okay. Thrice or thrice is roundly, twice or thrice is roundly. Alone and warming his 5 wits, the white owl in the belfry sits. Thrice is roundly, that is the sound, the cocking sound. That means when the cock is making the sound, that is the sound they are getting twice or thrice. Okay. So alone and warming his 5 wits, but here also we can see the owl is just sitting and it is just using his 5 wits and just following the surroundings by sitting there. Again I am explaining from the second part of the poem Owl, that the merry that means happy milkmaid has come, as it is the time of morning, and it's opened the gate and it comes, but when it comes it get the beautiful smell of the new freshly cut hay, but the lady could not get that, could not enjoy that moment because she was very busy. It's the time of morning, it was the time of her work. And the cock had sung, that means the cock, that means when do we get the sound of the cock? And in the morning we get it. So the cock has already started to give the, that means to give to call, and the cock was sitting upon the roof, and it was just what to say, that it was just making sound. Twice or thrice it was making sound, twice or thrice it was making sound. And why these 2 lines are repeating, I have told you, again I am telling, because it's just so showing the continuation of the life, that means continuous process of the life. So it is also suggesting with these 2 lines with the repeating manner. And we also, but at the end we can also see that whatever the thing was going on, but the white owl was sitting upon the belfry church, and it was just using its 5 wits, and by using its 5 wits it was just following the surroundings.